Okay, so I'm going to try to do a video real quick for my paranormal peeps. And Jackie, I did still, or borrow, I didn't still, borrow Eric's necklace today because I know it's for him. But for some reason, I felt like I needed some of that energy today, which is part of why I've got on all the black and red for grounding. So I'm going to do not only the card pull and a little bit of a shaking of the rattle, but I'm also going to, so this may be a long video, show you guys pendulum stuff real quick. And Jackie, I know you said you worked with a pendulum before. Kaylin, I think I can't remember if you said you had or not, but I'll just kind of show you what I tend to do. And I do have my Palo Santo in here, but you can probably see I'm at work, so I'm not going to be using that. But I'm pulling out some stones. So I've got this beautiful amethyst that has this pretty rainbow in it that you may or may not be able to see. I'm going to do some clear quartz. Labradorite. You see that pretty flash on this one? Labradorite helps with connecting with intuition. It can also be communication as well, throat chakra. Got my angel aura, rose quartz. Or rose quartz, aura quartz, however you want to put it. And we've got some smoky quartz as well, which I think is also what Jackie put in this necklace. All right. Nope. Got another lab that's calling to me, so that one's got a pretty pinkish orange flash to it. All right. And if you hear the people upstairs stomping around, I'm sorry about that. We can't control it. My aquaphor is falling down. All right, so this is one of my chakra. This is my chakra pendulum that I use here when I'm doing the work with Reiki and stuff. And this is just a cleansing spray that I got offline, but you can make your own, or there's lots of metaphysical shops that make them as well. All right, so with the pendulum, for me, I like to put it between the ring finger and my middle finger. Some people put it other places, but for me, that's most comfortable. Let's move this out of the way. And when you're using the pendulum, you want to be careful to try to keep your hand steady. All right. So I start out with usually calling in my guides, my ancestors, my angels, and then asking the pendulum. And I do it each time, even though with each of them, usually it's the same ways that they tend to move every time. Okay, good. That's not a break. That's just the way it's made. So calling in God, my angels, my guides, and my ancestors. Please be here with me as I ask this pendulum questions. Please help me to get the answer that is for the highest good of myself and all involved. If the answer is not to be known at this point, it is okay to let me know that, and I appreciate the guidance. All right, so I say things differently every time. It's whatever you're called to say. Let me move back, maybe that'll help. All right, so with the pendulum, I ask, show me yes. And then I give it a moment to move. So there it goes. I don't know if you can see this. Usually this is what I get with most of my pendulums. And you see it's getting wider and wider as it shows me that this is what the answer is for me, that counterclockwise circle is a yes. So it may be different for you. This is why we ask, show me the different things. Thank you. I always say thank you. Show me no. So as you can see, the no for me, and this is typical with my pendulums, is side to side. So my yes is a counterclockwise circle, And the further out that it goes, and it can be pretty, not violent, but forceful sometimes, is yes. And so it can be an intense yes. And then for me, no is usually that side to side motion. Now I ask, show me maybe. And with that, usually for me, it just kind of wobbles and stays in place. Show me maybe. So you see it's just kind of wobbling and it's not really going anywhere. That is maybe for me. So thank you. So now I'm going to ask just a couple of questions. Let's go ahead and just ask the pendulum, our guides, ancestors, our higher selves. Did we as a team handle the situation? And I haven't even finished asking this question. It's starting to do yes. With Piedmont Paranormal Team in a manner that was respectful, that was killing them with kindness in a way that there's absolutely nothing they could say even if they tried. Do you see how forcefully this pendulum is going in the circle to say yes? And as I said before I even finished the question, it was answering it. Let's see, a question that it would say no to. Did we cause any of the things that came to us? Clear no. There's your answer, guys. So that's just quick with the pendulum, and then after using it, you can sage it, run it under some water if it's stones that are okay to be underwater. Even if they're not, like selenite, angelite, pyrite, anything ending in ITE, it's a little softer, but you can run it underwater for just a moment. Just don't soak it in water and don't run it under the water too much. All right, so I did say I'd pull some cards. I was called to bring my Light Seers deck with me to pull at least a couple of tarot cards, and then I'll get into the oracle cards. So it looks like we're already at 10 minutes. Once I finish, I will use the rattle just to clear some energy, but hopefully this is helpful. I know there was so much going on and so many things coming at us that it was hard to focus on things this weekend. All right. So just pulling cards for whatever it is that we need to focus on right now. I know I sent the affirmations, 8 of Cups. That makes a lot of sense. 8 of Cups, you see she's walking away from that cup. A lot of times you'll see 8 cups and the person's walking away, and here it almost looks like the sunset, but sometimes they're walking towards the moon. Moon often represents anxieties, worries, things that we need to release. So this situation, Eric, listen to this one. This situation or anything that you thought didn't go the way you wanted it to, and that can be within OSR or even in our lives, the things that cause us worry and anxiety, it's time to let those go. It's time to walk away. Don't let it, you see water as emotions, don't let those emotions take you over. And then I feel like even though that's not a moon and it looks more like it could be the sun setting or rising, the sun is new beginnings. There's something else for you. And I don't mean to point with my middle finger, but it was the only finger I could use at the time. So I'm not giving everybody the middle finger. And that feels like that's the only card that needs to come out of there. So now we're going to use the Shamanic Medicine deck. This is an oracle deck by Barbara Meiklejohn Free and Flavia Kate Peters. I'm just going to look at the time real quick. I'm doing good. Not even half past. I've got a 4 o'clock and a 5 o'clock. My 3 o'clock unfortunately had to cancel at the last minute. So I've got to document that soon. I'm trying to wait to charge them to see if they can take the 1 appointment slot that I have for the rest of the week. I don't know if that'll happen. All right, so these are the back of the Shamanic Medicine cards. And let's see, what do we need to know to help us with releasing that 8 of Cups? That jumped out. Prayer. And it says hope. So whatever way that you pray, you meditate, you tap into your intuition, your inner self, automatic writing, which is also called stream of consciousness in psychology, whatever that is, calling on the divine. And you see these feathers, again, kind of saging, cleansing. Here's the sun, that new beginning. Is there anything else from this deck that will help us with being able to release and clear any energy that does not serve us, that we need to leave behind, Jesus behind? We have insects, support. So this is banding together with, like our team did, banding together with people who are supportive of you, people who really have your back, people who are focused on what it is that we each need, and coming together as a team, as a tribe, as a family, as a whole. We've got great mysteries, which is trust. A whole bunch of them came out. Lodge, which is counsel. So this is, and it's funny because when Jackie was talking about a healing retreat, even though I wasn't thinking we need to go to like a sweat lodge, this is what came to my mind, just kind of being out in nature, kind of even in the woods or whatever, grounding, connecting to ourselves, our ancestors, to all of those things, and working on some healing. And part of that is going to be air, creativity. So we've already brought some of that in with the jewelry that was made, the spell jars, everything like that. So all of those, and Kathy, the food and everything, you're very nurturing mother energy. Eric keeping us on target, John keeping even and steady and keeping that calm. So all of us come together, and with our energy and our creativity, we wrap each other into this protective air that is surrounding us. And so I feel like that is major for us to be able to focus on, and it comes into play with everything that we've kind of been doing. All right, we're at 12 minutes. I know it's kind of long, so I did feel called to pull a couple cards from the Spirit of the Animals Oracle by Jody Bergsma. A really beautiful deck. And let's see what animal spirit and message we need to focus on. Again, we are releasing energies that no longer serve us, which makes sense that I felt called to have the rattle, because the rattle, and this is an authentic, let's see, it is an artifact made by the Navajo Indian of New Mexico, or it was made by a Navajo Indian of New Mexico. Artist is Ivan Lewis. And so this is an authentic rattle. Rattles are used to clear energies, especially negative energies, and to break up some of that stagnant and stuck energy. So the first card we have is the raccoon. And they look kind of curious. You see this butterfly and that raccoon looking. There's one that's about to fall off. Inventor. Decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. So we all have things that we need to do and things that we're good at. And so keep in mind, especially Eric and I, we want you all to balance your life for yourself. And so if there are things that you can't do, let us know. If there are things that you want to do or things that you feel like would be helpful to us or the team that you can personally bring in, whether that's something, a tool, or something just knowledge, information, resources, whatever, definitely let us know. We want, as a tribe, to be able to share those things. Let's see if there's anything else that's kind of calling out. Oh, and here's the beautiful, beautiful artwork on these cards. And these are definitely a thicker deck, so they are a little bit harder for me to shuffle through sometimes. This makes sense. So we have lizard, regeneration. Okay, so that says, as a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. And even when I talk about protection, even that video that I sent you guys, that was about putting on that cloak of protection. So then the other two cards, because today apparently has been a day of multiple cards flying out at one time. We have tiger. So on this card, we have a white tiger and an orange tiger, and it's called fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. As I said, this is about that support between us, support with whatever divine connections you have, support with your family and friends, the people who matter and who are there to help you, not there to drain you. And the last card that we have from this reading at almost 15 and a half minutes, Cody, Coyote, revealer of truth. Look at that face. Don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and the tricks of life and learn from them. I think we've all been through that experience this weekend, and I was almost in tears this morning talking to Eric about how our team, especially being so new, easily could have been like, what the have I gotten myself into, and bailed out and or took sides and things like that. And you didn't. You were so loving, caring, supporting, and you saw through anything that anyone else may try to do or say about Eric and I to the truth of who we are, because especially having so many gifted, empathic, and intuitive people on our team, you don't just see the person. We see what's underneath. If you're ugly on the outside, but you're beautiful on the inside, not that people are ugly, but if you're going to get what I'm saying. But if you're beautiful on the inside, no matter what you look like on the outside, there we go, it's going to show through. But you may be beautiful on the outside, or you may have all the things. You may think that your cups are full and, that you're this amazing person. But if on the inside you're ugly, that shows through. And other people may not see it because they're blinded by those flashing lights and all that aesthetic and everything you're throwing at them. But the people who really are truly empathic, they're going to see through all of that, because we don't care about the flashy. We don't care about how much you have, what you got, all those things. What we care about is your heart and your true nature. So I love you guys so much, and thank you, and I hope this is helpful. Remember to release those things that you no longer need, the things that have created more anxiety and difficulty for you. Take care.